how do I put this? Aria the Scarlet Ammo was a good anime, but I had quite a bit of problems with it. It wasn't a bad anime, but the problems with it knocked the score down by... Okay, the problems I had with this anime really, knocked the score down to, from a 9 to another number. It knocked it down. At first I was probably going to give this anime a 9, but yeah. Let's put it like this. I had higher expectations for this anime. Not that it wasn't good, because I liked it, but I just had some problems with it that made it not to be as good of an anime that I wanted. Let's get started. The story for it is this guy named Kenji was riding on a bike, then a bomb was placed on it, telling him that if he slowed down, then the bomb will go off, or if he stopped. So then Aria goes down and helps Kenji get the bomb, breaks his bike and all that stuff because of the bomb. Well, yeah, and then a little bit later, Aria decides to make Kenji her slave. Yeah. Well, that's not the bad thing about it. I mean, I'll have to get to some of the bad things. I mean, basically, what I thought about this anime, the bad part about it was how on and off it could be. In the second episode, Aria asks Kenji if he was okay with her or something like that. And then he says that he despises her. Then later on he starts to like her. Then they dislike each other. I could never really tell if they liked or disliked each other. That was the main problem with it. But then there's more things about this anime that I wasn't really... Yeah, I just didn't really like some of these parts. So I'll get into more of that a little bit later. But yeah, because I had multiple problems with this anime. But yeah. So so the story actually is pretty good. I'll say that because well, not just that, they're supposed to be partners also. But Aria is so stubborn that is that freaking stubborn to actually not consider themselves partners but slaves, a slave. Yeah. Okay. Now let's move on to the characters. The characters I was fine with. That wasn't my problem with the anime. One of my other ones. Okay, so I'll just move on to that. The characters. Then I can rant all I want about other things. Just kidding. Anyways, so first off, the main character. Aria Kanzaki. Yeah, her her first name isn't Japanese, but yeah. Okay, then Kenji Toyama. It's Tooyama. I hate pronouncing Japanese words and names wrong. That's the thing about it. Okay, then we have Shirayuki, which is which was like Kenji's childhood-ish friend, who's actually like the shrine maiden of a shrine who is practically yandere. Then there is Riko Mine. Now, she was kind of confusing. There's a lot of spoilers about that character, so I wouldn't get into that. She wasn't really confusing, she was just another thing that made this anime kind of on-off. But she was a very on-off character. But then, there's also some other characters that are actually pretty good. Like, just like all kinds of other characters that you don't really get to see much. Like Aria's mom, who was in jail for something that she didn't even do. And also the teacher of the school there. I don't know his name, I forgot it or something. Which he's like that teacher in the anime that all the girls had a crush on. A lot of animes really have that. It's kind of a cliche. This anime, well, another problem with this anime is that it was very cliche. Some of the characters were just that cliche. I mean, I think Aria was kind of a cliche character, but I was okay with her. But it was just some of the characters on here were just kind of cliche-ish. It's like I've seen them before in other animes, like personalities like these. The art and sound. I liked it actually. It's actually really good for the anime. What did you think my reaction was gonna be? That sucked? No. Well, the art and animation were actually really good. Surprising from JC staff, because I'm used to JC staff doing not as good animation. But they were doing it very well. I mean, I usually saw a lot of like older JC staff shows where the animation was just nothing special. But this anime was better. I guess that means JC staff has advanced over the years, I guess. Well, yeah. Now, I guess the sound would be okay. Like, the sound was pretty good too. Like, well, there's nothing I can really say about the soundtrack. Soundtrack had not much. There's not much of a soundtrack in this anime. But I guess there were a lot of songs on there I just didn't remember. But the opening was good. The ending was better. I really liked the ending because like the ending had really good art and really good sound for what this anime was. I mean, it was kind of fitting, but yet kind of not. So, yeah. It was very good, the anime. problems with this anime. This one, okay, this review has this part in it now. I mean, sometimes I have extra things with reviews, like with my When They Cry Higurashi review. I did an arc thing on that, except I didn't know that was called arcs then, so I called it sagas. Well, this one's kind of different. This one, because I had multiple problems with this anime, as I said before. I already revealed some of them. First off was how on and off it was. If this anime didn't have a good story, I think this anime would kinda almost be shit. Like, if it didn't have, like, such good fights and a good story, it'd turn to shit. But, yeah. I mean, it's on and off because of, like, the character Riko with what she does. I think she was one of the really good characters in the show, though, but she was, like, really on and off. I mean, how this anime was on and off, it got annoying really fast. It got way too annoying to, yeah, like, the on-off stuff. Because they're friends and they aren't friends and they get separated, then they are friends again. Then they become boyfriend and girlfriend almost. Then, yeah. That was like one of the most annoying things about the anime. Like, just choose one or the other. Then, also what happened that got this anime kind of annoying with like the problems is how awkward the scenes were. Like, some of these scenes were just so awkward that it got annoying. I mean, why can't they just choose, like, one little thing? Why can't they just, oh my gosh. They should just do one thing to not make it awkward. I mean, it's hard to explain. Like, they made everything in this anime so pervertedly awkward that, like, the training sometimes, like, what Rico was trying to do to make him go in hysteria mode all the time, like, if he wanted to, like trying to make him go into hysteria mode all the time, it got so awkward sometimes. I mean, he had to be shoved in a girl's locker room to, yeah, oh my gosh. I don't hate this anime, but it just, yeah. And then another problem was how stubborn and tsundere Aria was. It got so annoying with her. She won't admit that Kenji is her partner and saying that he's only a slave. Yeah. That's one of the things that were just so annoying about this anime. Oh my gosh. Okay. Moving on now. Okay, sorry to fans of this anime that hated the problems that I had with it. I mean, it was really good, to be honest. This anime was really, really good. I won't deny that. It was just those problems that knocked my score down. I mean, at first I thought I was going to give this anime like a 9 or a 10. I thought it was going to be my favorite. Literally, I thought it was going to be my most favorite anime out there. But no. But I already have an anime like that. Anyways, I give this anime a 7 out of 10. Sorry for the problems, I mean. This anime really got me annoyed with the problems. But if it was just those problems that made this anime, I would hate this anime. I mean, I loved it. Thankfully to the story and characters. That was the best thing about this anime. The missions were good too. The fights were good too. Everything but the problems. Yeah. Some of the awkward scenes were actually funny though. I forgot to mention that, but still. I give this anime a 7 out of 10.